and Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 113 of York Revolution baseball. Tonight, game 2 of the weekend, middle game of 3, as the Revs host the Long Island Ducks. And what might they do for an encore after last night's performance? Pretty great coming back home off the road trip. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Marcantonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball. It's been a cloudy day in these parts, but pretty pleasant as we hit the air here tonight, getting set for the Saturday night game in this series. And Michael, last night was one to write home about. We were already at home, but it was a great homecoming for the Revs. Everything clicking. 18 hits, a 12-0 win, and a second straight shutout victory.
Yeah, we'll just say it was one to write about in general. that was a fun one last night. I mean, really nothing to even nitpick about. I think, when you look at the pitching, another shutout win, can't say enough about what they did. Anytime you throw up a goose egg against the other team, especially a team like the Ducks, I mean, the offense, everybody had a hit in the lineup. Defensively, no errors. There really isn't even, anything that they could have done even better. I mean, it was just a complete win last night and a great win in game 1 of this important 3-game series.
It sets up tonight that is a really, really big game for the Revs. If they can win again, they would be half a game within Long Island's overall record, and if they could happen to get some help from Somerset again and have Somerset win at New Britain, Long Island's division lead would be down to 1 in the second half. So as improbable as it seemed even a week ago, there is a very plausible way that the Revs could be right there even at the end of this weekend if things continue to go their way.
No doubt. And again, you go back to the fact that the Revs need some things to happen in front of them with other teams winning and losing. But so far, over the last week or so, nothing has, taken a turn for the worst against the Revs. I mean, a couple of the teams that they've needed to win have won, a couple that they've needed to lose have lost, and the Revs right now have a chance to just take care of business with the team right in front of them is the Long Island Ducks, and that's the most important thing right now because making sure that the Ducks don't win the second half in the Liberty Division is probably the most important thing because that second wild card spot would open up. So a sweep, winning 2 out of 3 even would help, but you would love a sweep, and it starts today with picking up that series win in the second game.
Now we should point out that because Somerset won the first half, they would need to finish a full game in front of Long Island to prevent the Ducks from winning the second half. A tie for the Ducks would give them the second half title, but at any rate, the Revs have played themselves back into the mix, and a big one on tap here tonight. It'll be Troy Terzi making the start for the Revs. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 4. Left-hander Jake Fisher goes for the Ducks. He is 6-6 with an ERA of 4.23. Revs have won 6 of the last 7. They won 4 in a row to begin that stretch, and tonight looking to make it another 3 consecutive wins. Coming up on the pregame, Michael had a chance to chat with Ryan Dent earlier this afternoon. Dent, a big 3-run homer in last night's win, and he's had a great second season here in York. So he'll be our pregame guest coming up. We'll hear from Mace here shortly as well. First pitch tonight is set for 6:30 here in downtown York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Show your patriotism and Rev spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
There are few situations more stressful than having someone else's well-being in your hands. That's especially true when you're providing senior home care for a member of your own family. The team at Visiting Angels is committed to providing families with the best possible in-home care services. We'll help your loved one continue to live at home and help you find peace of mind. Locally RN-owned and nationally known, Visiting Angels is America's choice in home care. Specializing in dementia care for adults and their families, our team will help with bathing and dressing assistance, medication reminders, errands, shopping, light housekeeping, meal prep, friendly companionship, flexible hourly care, and respite care for families. Senior Home Care by Angels. Visiting Angels is hiring qualified caregivers. Call our York office at 717-751-2488. That's 751-2488. Or online at visitingangels.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Michael Marcantonini back on the pregame show. I'm joined by Revs shortstop Ryan Dent. Ryan, first thing I want to ask you is about that 3-run home run last night. You tanked it over the arch nemesis, and 5 of the Revs' 19 homers this year over the arch nemesis are yours. So is that something where you go up there and you like hitting with that out there?
No, not necessarily. I think it's just, that's the way it's happened. I think every at bat, you look for a good pitch and try to put a good swing on it. And I think over the course of the season, the homers seem to happen that way. So, yesterday, just another first 2 at bats were kind of, subpar. Try to make some adjustments, and then, when you're able to, put the runs on the board quick, that's always nice. So it was a good at bat, and hopefully, have a couple more of those throughout the season.
Yeah, 1 through 9, the entire offense is pretty locked in right now. Over the past couple of weeks, it's been that way. Even you go back through the entire month of August, plenty of guys hitting over 300 over the month. How fun is it to hit with those guys in the lineup?
Yeah, I think it's nice. Pretty much, throughout the entire lineup, there's no real break. Opposing pitchers can take. I think everyone throughout the lineup can take you deep or can do damage. There's no real soft spot in the lineup, so that's definitely nice when you're hitting in front of guys and guys hitting behind you. That can do damage. So the pitcher, you can't mess around with anybody. So we're going to get pitchers to hit, and lately we've been putting good swings on them, and good things have been happening.
You've spent most of the season down in the 7 and 8 hole, a couple times in the 5 and 6 spots, but mainly down 7 and 8. Do you think you're seeing better pitches because of some of the guys in front of you?
I think that helps. I think definitely the top of the lineup. We got the bigger boppers up there, and they've done a great job. I definitely would say pitchers want to try to get quick outs, 7, 8, 9 hole and stuff like that. But the way our lineup works, we got guys that, if our team wasn't so stacked, would probably be hitting higher. We just happen to have a lot of good talent, which is good for everybody. But definitely, I think it contributes a little bit, and depending on game situation and stuff like that. But again, I think our lineup is so stacked that everyone kind of, gets a benefit from that.
And even though you are in the bottom third of the lineup most of the times, you're hitting with runners on base a lot because of the guys in front of you doing a job getting on. Now, how much easier is it to hit when you know you have guys to drive in front of you?
Yeah, I think especially, when you're hitting that low, maybe you don't get that first at bat until the 2nd, 3rd inning, but generally there's been guys on base, and you get a lot of opportunities to kind of put some runs up on the board, and it definitely makes it more fun for you at the plate and being able to always hit with runners on base and stuff like that. So it's been a fun year, and the guys at the top have definitely made my job a lot easier, and I try to get them runs scored and stuff like that, and everyone kind of play their role. So I think when guys are playing their role like that, it makes the game a lot more fun.
13 homers now on the season. You're way past your career high, and coming into the season, was that a goal of yours to get the power numbers up?
It definitely was. I thought I was capable of doing a lot more in that area, putting together a more consistent year from any of my years past, and I think this year, really trying to put emphasis on driving the ball a lot more, which has helped, putting together complete at bats, which I knew I was capable of. I just really had to commit to that. I still think I'm capable of more, but this year has been a success so far, and we got the 2 weeks left. Hopefully can pop a couple more over. We'll see, but definitely, that was something that I wanted to work on and hopefully accomplish. And this year it's been well.
That is part one of Michael's interview with Ryan Dent. We'll have part two most likely tomorrow, talking a little bit more about his approach at the plate, among other things. But we thank Ryan for his time tonight. Right now, we'll take a time out. We'll hear from Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Mace, well, tremendous performance to come home to last night. And one thing about this team, I mean, no doubt it's been a mountain to really get into the race and still needing some help. But one thing about this group, they still believe every single day, and there's a lot of pride in that room, isn't there?
100% correct. Especially with the additions that we've added on here in the past few weeks. The guys coming in that were here last year, and they came back. They have a purpose right now, and they're going to do everything they can to try to keep us in the hunt and eventually get over the hump. But when you have offensive performances like we had last night, I mean that's what this lineup has potential to do, I believe. Are you going to do that every night? Of course not. But we can hang a crooked number up there pretty quick with the lineup that we have.
I mean, it's I guess this lineup has been together, well, with Tejeda back for only a few days, but the potential, are you able to rank it among the lineups that you've had here? It seems very multi-dimensional in a lot of different ways they can beat teams.
Yeah, it's hard to do a comparison like that, because over the years, like, we had some team, I'm going to say maybe power-wise, maybe this might be the most power lineup that we have, guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark and gap to gap guys. But I mean, we've had some teams in the past too where we had tremendous amounts of speed with the Valdez and Justin Green and guys like that. So we have speed here too, but I think if I had to judge this lineup a little bit, I'd say maybe this is a more extra base hitting lineup overall than maybe some that we had.
Well, last night, one of the big shots came from Ryan Dent, turned a 4-0 game into 7-0. And how do you look at his value when you consider what he gives you defensively, but then also the year that he's had at the plate?
You know what, Ryan, I think he made a really good adjustment on Larkins there, because I think the first couple at bats, it was a lot of breaking balls. And I think, Ryan had struck out once or twice, or struck out once and popped up once, whatever it was. And Larkins, he flipped the ball up there that I think it hung a little bit more than he wanted. And I think maybe Dent was even looking for that pitch at that time. So, I just think that was a situation where Ryan made a good adjustment. He had a plan, or he was looking for a particular pitch, and he got it, and then he didn't miss it when it was thrown up there. So, Ryan does a lot of things for us. The other day we saw he could play first base when I had to take Telvin out. There isn't a position in the infield he can't play, and for a shortstop, he has a lot of pop. He has a lot of power. He makes a lot of great plays. He gets to a lot of balls that I think from the dugout that's probably going to get through, and he gets to a lot of balls that I don't think are possible to make. But he's been a really good player here for us last year and this year, and we're just glad to have him.
maybe a month ago you were saying you wanted to see what Henry Castillo would do with more playing time. Now that he's gotten that, what do you think?
Well, I mean, right now the results are really good, and I think Henry's getting a little bit more comfortable. And I think what happens sometimes when you get younger guys in this league, especially because the speed of the game here is a lot quicker maybe than he was used to. So, with more consistent playing time, I think the game might be slowing down for him a little bit right now, especially at the plate where he's getting an idea on how teams are trying to work him and how they're trying to pitch him. So I think he's making some really good adjustments, and so I think the approach has gotten better. Look, do all hitters swing at pitches out of the zone? Of course they do. You chase balls. You're not trying to do it, but it happens when you're in there at the plate. But I just think overall he's made some good approaches, and physically he's been able to hit the ball.
Another good night for the yo-yo and the pitching staff also, Joe Van Meter.
Yeah, Joe, by the way, that yo-yo, that's a compliment. That's not an insult, But yeah, I mean, Joe, once again, he come out there and he give us a solid 5 innings, and I think the pitch count might have got away from us a little bit there. The other day he threw a few more pitches than that, and actually went 7 innings, but last night we had a couple extended innings in there where he was able to, get out of it. But those stressful situations sometimes with guys on base and stuff like that. So no, Joe did a really good job. He got us through 5, qualified for the win, and then offensively, we made it a little bit easier on the bullpen.
Yeah, and the bullpen did awesome, obviously, to complete the shutout. One guy, though, Dustin Richardson, with 2 perfect innings. What'd you see with him getting back on track?
No, we gave him a couple of days off. I had been using him a lot, and I think even in that 2 innings that he pitched last night, I'm saying maybe 18 to 20 pitches. It wasn't a whole lot of pitch count. It looked like a lot of fastballs, especially the first inning when he was in there. But no, I mean, Dustin threw the ball really well, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's back-to-back shutouts for us, right? It was 3-0 the last night in New Britain, 12-0 last night. So if we're going to put zeros up for 9 innings, I'm going to feel pretty confident that we can win games. But we know how that is, and we just did a really good job pitching wise the last couple nights.
And lastly, you've got Tersey tonight, and he did have to spend a few days away from the team for personal reasons. If you have to make a move early in the game, are you able to, bullpen-wise? Yeah,
if we have to make a move early, we'll go to Bryce, and then from there we'll jump into our regular bullpen guys. But I mean, Troy had to go away for a couple of days, so he didn't get a lot of work in between Sunday and today. But I mean, I think he's thrown enough considering, the college season and everything else that, maybe the rest might be a good thing for him too coming in here. So we'll see what happens tonight. Every night's different. We know that. That's one thing about baseball that you can guarantee every night will be different, and we'll just see how different it is tonight.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report as the Revs take the field for tonight's game and looking to make it 3 straight. Earlier this week, they had 4 in a row, and overall now have won 6 of their last 7 coming in here tonight. Revs making their way through the tunnel lined by the fan club, and we'll listen in as we get set for our national anthem here tonight.
Fans, please rise, remove all cover, and welcome Amy Knoppenberger for the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That is Amy Knobbenberger with our national anthem here tonight as we get set for Game 2 of this weekend series against the Ducks. Troy Tersey out there about to go into his warm-ups, and the Ducks lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. It'll be Jordani Valdespin at second base leading off. Daniel Fields in center field will hit second. Lou Ford, the DH, bats third. Taylor Ard in the cleanup spot is at first base tonight. David Washington in left field will hit fifth. Ramon Cabrera does the catching and bats sixth. Miles Williams in right field will hit seventh. Hitting eighth at third base is Cody Puckett, and Dan Lyons is the shortstop batting ninth. Again, Valdespin, Fields, Ford, Ard, Washington, Cabrera, Williams, Puckett, and Lyons. The Ducks lineup facing Troy Tersey. And for the Revs tonight, going up against left-hander Jake Fisher, the Revs will have this lineup. Alonzo Harrison, right field, leading things off. Alexi Casilla at second base, batting second. Malky Mesa, the DH, will hit third. Talvin Nash in the cleanup spot, playing first base. Isaias Tejeda will catch and hit fifth. Wellington Dotel in left field is batting sixth. Ryan Dent at shortstop will hit seventh. Henry Castillo, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Travis Witherspoon is in center field batting ninth. Again, it's Harris, Casilla, Mesa, Nash, Tejeda, Dotel, Dent, Castillo, and Witherspoon for the Revs. That lineup facing lefty Jake Fisher as Tersey cranks it up. He's got a couple of more warm-ups to go, and coming off his first pro win and back with the team. He had to miss the trip to New Britain, and Revs weren't certain if they'd be able to get him in to start tonight or not, but he is able to give it a go. Won the game on Sunday at home against Southern Maryland. 6 innings, 5 runs, 4 were earned. He did not walk any, and going into the 6th inning in that game, held a 10-2 lead. 3 of the 5 runs came in the 6th, including 2 earned runs, but he did get the win. Now we're set to go as Valdespin leads things off, and he will back out as he salutes the Revs dugout, gets himself ready, and now all parties are just about ready as soon as he's done with his fidgets. Here's our Dasher Investment Services first pitch, and it is in for a called strike. We are underway. First pitch thrown at 6:33 tonight. As Valdespin backs out, and he will take his time trying to disrupt the young righty here out of the gates. And Tersey will tap several times to combat that, perhaps, and a foul tip strikes Tejeda in the foot, or maybe the inside part of the leg where the shin guard wasn't covering. He fell backward onto his rear and then got up to his feet and limped for a moment. Valdespin checks on him, and Chong will make a trip to the home plate area 2 pitches in.
Well, an early visit for Chong, not what you want to see, and that stings. There's a lot of gear involved in that makes up the catcher's gear, but a lot of areas that don't get covered, and that's one that is going to sting for a little while.
Now he'll squat back down. Valdespin hitting .336, 12 home runs, 54 driven in. His average second in the league. Emilio Bonifacio still enough plate appearances to qualify for first, and he was signed by the Brewers last night, it was announced. And Tersey winds, taps about 12 times. Pitch is slapped in the ground, shortstop. 2 hops to Den, he's got it, throws it across to first, and there's one away. And I always wonder, Michael, what teams seeing Tersey for the first time think when they see the taps.
Well, I'm sure it throws off any hitter their first time through the lineup, especially the leadoff guy. And now Valdez being a professional hitter, a guy who's been at the major league level, so he's seen a lot of different pitchers, a lot of different styles, release points. But even so, when you see a guy like that go out with a toe tap, that's not something you normally see, and that's tough.
Here's Daniel Fields, and Tersey missing low and in. Fields hitting at .259, 7 home runs, 35 knocked in. Tough out for the Revs. He's hit .360 against York. 9 hits and also 9 walks. The pitch, it is across for a strike. Our plate ump tonight is Buzz Albert. Jerry Martinez at first, Dave Shirk at third base. Tersey winds, taps some more. Pitch is inside, 2-1. Our weather tonight, 80 degrees on the board, mostly cloudy. Been a pretty gray day, but pleasant temperature-wise. Weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. The 2-1, and it's beaten foul down against Fields' foot. Now, Tersey evens things up. His first start, he certainly opened eyes with 3 scoreless. Then what would have been his second start, he was an out away from a win against Lancaster when they called for the tarp. Did get that first pro win last Sunday. The 2-2, and a swing and a miss. Slider in on the hands of Fields. He swings through it, and Tersey breaks out the pause on the stride coming out of his leg lift on that pitch. We've seen that once or twice before. He retires his first 2 of the night.
Well, you know he's feeling good when he finishes like that, and that's just a good slider in on the hands. Not really much you can do as a left-handed hitter except maybe break your bat or weakly flick one the other way, and Tersey got way inside and struck him out.
Now Lou Ford, who lays off a slider away. Ford DHing tonight. His last 19 games hitting .424. Here's the 1-0. That misses inside. Revs have held him to a .203 clip, but overall for the year now he's at .306. 10 homers, 71 batted in. Now the 2-0, and it's bounced foul off the plate over along the third base side. I'm sure Ford, Valdespin, or a couple of those names that the 23-year-old Tersey recognizes when he looks at the opposing lineup. He said Tuiasosopo's name jumped out when he got ready for New Britain the first time. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Slider has Ford reaching. Then again, you look down the list and see Tuiasosopo, a name like that will jump out no matter what he's done. And they play Ford the other way. Here's the 2-2 double leg kick, and Ford loops a pop foul into the first base side seats.
Well, this is a fun AB right here. You got, 42-year-old Major League vet, Atlantic League vet, and then you got the 24-year-old fresh out of college guy on the mound.
Double leg kick. He's got all the moves tonight. He deals, and it misses high and tight. 3-2 now. Taylor Ard waiting on deck. No score here in the first inning. And Tersey with the kick, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Foul tip squeezed, a fastball up and in. And Troy Tersey goes 1-2-3 in the first inning. Back-to-back strikeouts after a ground out. The 23-year-old gets the 42-year-old big league vet. And at the end of a half inning, it's the Ducks nothing and the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
No score. Revs getting set to face left-hander Jake Fisher, who finishes his warm-ups. A puff of smoke hangs in right field after Cannonball Charlie's preemptive blast tonight. And Fisher entering this one just reactivated. They've shuffled their active pitchers a little bit, as Atlantic League teams are known to do. But overall, coming in tonight, 6-6, 4.23 ERA in 18 starts, 112 and 2/3 innings, 134 hits, only 22 walks. He's very much known for control. 96 strikeouts, tied for third most in the league. Opponents hitting .293, 13 home runs, and one of those home runs was dished up to Alonzo Harris in a game at Long Island a couple of weeks back. Here's Fisher's first pitch to Harris, and he swings and fouls it against the screen. He was trying to go yard there. It was a game-opening leadoff home run a couple of weeks back on the road. And the last time Harris had done it previously, the 0-1 swing, and he pops it up. Middle of the infield, shortstop Lyons coming in. And Valdespin, the ball hog, calls him off, goes all the way over to short, and makes the grab. And now he'll do a jump shot as he sends it over to Puckett at third. What in the world? That could have been disastrous, and Valdespin maybe having a little too much fun on that first one.
Wow, he really is a ball hawk, though. I mean, that's the shortstop's ball right there. Lyons was under it. It's his side of the bag. But you're right. I mean, if that ball drops, Harris is, I mean, he's probably not on second. That's not one where you keep running on a pop-up because it's in the infield. But he's at least on first, and that changes the whole inning.
Now here's Casilla. First one high and tight. He spins away. I was about to say that the previous time that Harris led off a game with a home run was against Fisher also. It was game 2 of the championship series last year as the lefty delivers a strike on Casilla.
We didn't even get to talk about Harris's swag. He had that American flag arm sleeve and the batting glove.
Yeah, looking sharp.
I will be sure to talk about that in my innings.
Here's a chopper swatted to short. Lyons backs up, plays the hop, and a long throw to first gets Casilla. Now Fisher goes 2 up, 2 down to start his night. No score here in the first inning. Revs are in their home whites, Long Island in the road grays. Here is Melky Mesa coming off a month of August that saw him drive in 29 in 27 games played. A little bit of dark cloud cover in the area. The lights are halfway on. First pitch, he swings, pops it up. Middle of the infield again, and Valdespin this time after maybe receiving a talking to, stands there with his hands folded behind his back, 10 feet away from Dan Lyons, and lets him take it. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for both starters. We go to the second tonight, no score.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score as we head to the second inning tonight. It was a 6-pitch first inning for Jake Fisher. And Troy Tersey, who went 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts in his first inning. And his was 15 pitches in length. And you'll face Taylor Ard to lead things off here in the top of the second. Ard hitting at .288, 15 home runs, 58 knocked in. And Tersey fires. First pitch, he swings, pops it up foul, back over the netting. This will find the crowd just in front of the Dietz and Blue Insurance Diamond deck down to our right. Tersey the windup. Good 9 or 10 tapper. Pitch is swung on and missed. Ard reaching on a slider. And Tersey sharp here early. That slider's been good. Has fooled a couple of hitters. Pretty wide break away. Now kicks, delivers. Swing and a miss. Went back to it, setting up off the plate away. And Taylor Ard could not lay off. 3 strikeouts in a row. And Tersey's retired his first 4 of the night.
It's pretty impressive to see him going through the top of this Ducks order. A top, I guess, 5 or 6 that's been really steady this year. And they've seen a lot of production from it. Lefty-righty alternating. But a couple righties in a row there that Tersey's able to go away with on the slider. And it's been really effective so far.
Here's David Washington. Tersey with the pitch. And a fastball just missed low. Most of his toe tap routines tonight have probably been about 10 in length. He's had a couple quicker, maybe 1 or 2 longer. He deals. And that just missed low end in. Washington hitting .231, 22 homers. Has 67 driven in. Here's the 2-0. And a line drive, left center field. That's a base hit. They had him played to pull, so this will find some space. Dotel cuts it off, wheels and fires, but Washington slides in with a double. Dotel over from left to handle it. But an opposite field double. Washington is the Ducks' first base runner of the night, the game's first base runner.
That ball was smoked. Hit on the nose the other way. That's a good approach by Washington, using the whole field. And not too much damage there. Runner on second, 1 out. Terzi's proven that he can work around base hits or even extra base hits because of that strikeout pitch.
Now Ramon Cabrera. And Tejeda has a new ball for Terzi. They'll toss that one back. Now Cabrera, the switch-hitting catcher, will bat from the left, hitting at .270, couple homers, 27 knocked in. And Terzi to the belt. First pitch is a backdoor slider. That's a strike. Cabrera hit .214 in June, but since then, July and August, a combined .305. He has batted .314 against York. On the stretch, Terzi, couple checks at second. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a fly ball center field. Witherspoon positions, comes in, gets a little momentum behind it. Catch is made. He heaves a strike in the air to third base. Washington, no chance to even think about advancing, just drawing that throw, and there's 2 down.
That ball hit off the end of the bat right there. Easy play, can of corn for Spoon in center. But we know he can throw. I mean, that's no secret to the Revs and Revs fans, but I think some other teams in this league don't understand how strong his arm is. Not a ball you tag on anyway, but maybe some of these Ducks will think twice about tagging on balls maybe just a little deeper later in the game.
Now Miles Williams, runner at second, 2 outs. First pitch is down low. Williams hitting .262 with 3 homers, 9 driven in. He's been with the Ducks for about 3 weeks. He was added when the Revs were there back in mid-August. 18 games played. Terzi, the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball near the line at third, but foul past Kevin Baez in the coach's box. Williams began this year in the Pacific Association with the Sonoma Stompers. Batted .300 with 20 home runs in 60 games. 1 every 3 games. The pitch, it is way outside, a slider. Briefly played with Lancaster 2 years ago, 2 games played. He spent the first 3 years of his pro career in the Marlins system. He was a roommate of Giovanni Alfonso, who played for Long Island last year, the nephew of Edgardo Alfonso. Pitch to Williams. He hits it on the ground at short. Diving stop dead. From a knee, he'll throw behind the runner at third. Knew he had no chance at first. And Washington does get back. What a stop, though. And it's only an infield hit. He laid out full stretch to his left on a one-hopper. Knew he didn't have the play at first, so he took a shot at third in the event that Washington would have rounded the bag.
Unbelievable stop right there. Saved a run. We know how good he is at short, and I think Dent, it really doesn't matter moving to his left or right. I think he's got the same skill diving-wise and the same range, and he showed it right there, heads-up play to not throw it to first as well.
Now Cody Puckett, who is the K-man tonight, first and third, 2 outs. First pitch, he swings and lifts it. At second, Casilla over to his left, and on the edge of the outfield grass, he'll put away the bloop pop-up, and the inning is over. Terzi keeps things scoreless. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. And we go to the bottom half of the second inning. It's 0-0.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Wealth is the ability to feed 100 stray dogs.
Turn empty parking lots into playgrounds.
Watch your child walk down the aisle.
As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we help our clients identify their ambitions, dreams, and financial goals and develop actionable plans to pursue their passions and interests. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help you fully experience life. Visit us at wealthofknowledgeyork.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gauls. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sport.
Bottom of the second inning, no score. Troy Tersey stranding 2 in the top half. And the Revs coming to bat against Jake Fisher, who needed just 6 pitches to retire the side in order in the first. 2 pop-ups and a ground out. Talvin Nash will lead things off. Nash, Tejeda, and Dotel is the part of the order that a lefty has to get through, which is not easy. Nash digs in, and Fisher ready to go. First pitch. Oh, man, look out. Chin music. And Nash bails away, and it did clip him. Thought I heard it clip his front shoulder, and it did, or his front arm. It ricocheted into the catcher's mitt, but it's a hit by pitch on the first pitch of the inning. I'm sure Fisher probably trying to get him off the plate some, and that's how the Revs have their first base runner of the night.
Trying to establish the inside part of the plate right there, because we saw last night with Larkins really tried to go way inside on both sides of the play, right and left, but mainly to the righties, the power hitting righties in this Revs lineup. Maybe Jake Fisher trying to do that there and just missed a little bit.
Now here's Tejeda. Last night made his first appearance at home since the visa issues, and had a couple of hits, drove in 3, a 2-for-5 night with a double. He gone 1 for 12 in the series at New Britain, but certainly getting some timing back at the plate is to be expected. Overall, in 10 games with York, 297 with a homer and 8 driven in. First pitch is down and in. Fisher going inside first pitch on each of these first 2 batters. High and tight, clipping Nash, now down and in, and missing on Tejeda. No score, bottom 2. 1-0, and it's a called strike on the outer edge. It is a 1-1 count. Revs with 18 hits last night, their most since a 19-hit performance on June 28th at Long Island. Fisher stretches. 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball right to third. One hop pocket. Goes to second, and the turn will complete it. 5-4-3 around the horn. And Taylor made one big hop right to pocket.
And that big hop is the difference there. I mean, if Tejeda's maybe able to chop that one more in the hole, it could be a base hit. Maybe it's not a double play, but so far just a well-played game defensively on both sides.
Now here's Dotel with 2 outs, and the base is clear. Wellington at 301, 312 with York. Pitch from Fisher, he's taking all the way, and it's a called strike. Even when Dotel takes, he's got those hands loose and in some motion, but clearly was taking. The 1-0, or the 0-1 I should say, jammed him. He punches it on the ground to second, right there, Valdespin, and he'll throw over to first. So Fisher has faced the minimum through 2, no hits allowed. Hit by pitch erased on the double play, and the Revs are down in turn. We go to the third, it's still 0-0.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the new WOIK app.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOIK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK, York.
No score. We go to the third inning tonight. What a great time for the internet to go down, as Dan Lyons will lead things off. Lyons hitting .302 against the Revs this season. But overall, batting just .223, 6 home runs, 31 driven in. And Tersey's first pitch of the inning, a slider across for a strike, 0-1. Lyons, Valdespine, and Fields coming up. Tersey taps several times, fires, and a swing and a foul tip ricocheted off Tejeda's mitt and back against the netting. 2 quick strikes. Apparently we are not supposed to be watching other games.
I don't know if it's a sign, but the internet just picks the worst time to go out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tersey the 0-2. And a slider just missed. Did not get the call. Tejeda barely budged the mitt. Held it there. On the windup, the 1-2. Double leg kick, and this one misses down and away.
It seems to be a 2-strike thing with that double leg kick. So, I mean, if he can vary that throughout counts, that'll be even more effective.
Now he's ready to go. The 2-2, swinging a foul tip into the backstop padding. Revs tonight trying to win their third in a row. They've won 6 out of 7, 8 of 11, 10 of 14. And on August 31st last night, made it to 5 games above 500 for the first time this year. Tersey the pitch. Fastball inside. He tapped like he might never come to the plate on that one. He was just thinking about it. And the count is full.
I mean, we've seen it for a few starts now, and we see it every pitch, but it can even still throw us off in here.
There's the payoff pitch. Swinging a high fly to left. O'Tell is under it, and he'll gallop in a few strides, makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Here in the top of the third inning tonight.
One thing with, all those toe taps and maybe even the double leg kick at times is I think that, when a hitter starts his swing moving forward, it starts with the hands coming forward. And I think a lot of guys will maybe start their hands coming forward a little early on the toe taps and then realize, oh, he's not coming to the plate just yet. And that takes away some power from some guys. It also takes away the ability to cover the whole plate.
Here's Valdespine. First pitch up and away. He grounded out to short his first time. Tersey told us that he was at a showcase at Marlins Park. Or not a showcase, I guess, but a tournament. Scouts were there The 1-0. And a slider bends in for a strike. He was trying to get better traction on his post leg on the mound. So he was tapping to kind of create a hole for himself, a little bit more of one. And that's when it started. He just went with it. And this was back in January. It's not like he's done it his whole life. He deals. It's outside. He hasn't even done it for a full season. But it's now become his trademark. And he does not know before a pitch how many he's going to do. He just rolls with it. No score here tonight. There's the wind and the 2-1. And that's down and away. Change up. Valdespin climbs back in. The 3-1. And backing away, taking all the way, clips the outside corner. Called strike. A full count on Valdespin, who does not subscribe to pace of play. He is out of the box on every pitch.
No, he doesn't subscribe to it. But a chance right here now that you get that second strike over, maybe go slider low and away, a chance to really put him away.
There's the wind, the payoff pitch. Swinging, he grounds it the other way. That time it'll get through. Base hit left field. So he hit it towards short again, but this time skimming against the grass and through the hole.
It was a good approach by Valdespin to go the other way, take that ball where it's pitched, and Dent obviously playing more up the middle.
Now Valdespin is on base, a one-out runner. He's got 29 steals on the year. He's been caught 5 times. His 29 stolen bases are just outside the top 5 in the league. Here's Fields. He swings and misses. First pitch fastball strike. Fields a strikeout his first time up. No score here in the top of the third. 1 on with 1 out. Revs double play depth. Pitch is right in there. Called strike 2. Terzi jumps ahead quickly. Native of Wallingford, Connecticut. Still spends a lot of his time now, though, in the Scranton area where he went to school at Keystone College. Division III All-American. He fires, and that's high and away. And kind of surprisingly went undrafted, so looking to start his pro career in the vaunted veteran Atlantic League. He would probably be a pretty good Frontier League candidate, but he's trying to do it here. He'd probably be a great Frontier League candidate. He'd probably be dynamite there. Now ready. Long pause, 1-2. It is swung on, lined into right center field, a base hit. Valdespin will turn. Witherspoon's got it. He's trying to go to third. Throw there, just off the bag. Castillo lunges back, and Valdespin gets the foot in. Goes first to third on the single, and they're at the corners with 1 out for Lou Ford.
Well, this is where Terzi really needs to bear down and work within himself, trust his defense behind him. Great spot for a double play if he can keep the ball low in the zone against Ford and get him to ground one to short to second. Revs are really smooth up the middle, even with this rocky infield right now, the conditions it's in. Revs have shown that they can still turn it and stay on their feet.
Ford a strikeout his first time up. Ducks do have 4 hits now. Here's Terzi's pitch and a fastball strike. Outside corner. Down at short, Casilla at second. Both pinched toward the middle. Nash holding Fields at first. He's 12 for 12 in steals. And he started to go, and Terzi, they called a balk. And Valdespin's going to come in. Now, when they initially yelled, I thought maybe they were trying to get his attention to step off because Fields had started way early from first, but I do think they hollered that that's a balk, and that's when he came down and stopped. I think he had balked already. I don't think they fooled him into doing it. Fields at second now, 1-0 Long Island. Pitch to Ford is driven to straightaway center. Witherspoon heading back, lines it up, makes the grab fairly deep. Fields will tag from second and advance to third as Dent lobs a relay there. No chance to get him going to third base. So 1-0 Ducks lead, and Fields now at third base with 2 outs for Taylor Ard.
Well, to come back and get that fly out right after on one pitch is huge, because a ball can, especially for a young guy, can get you out of your rhythm. But Terzi didn't let it bother him too much.
And now trying to make it just a 1-run inning. Here's Ard, who he struck out the first time. Terzi the pitch. It is in tight. Talking about the Frontier League, Ard made a name for himself there. Actually got signed out of there earlier in his career. The pitch, it is a slider and a called strike, breaking right across the dish. Led the Frontier League with 30 home runs back in 2015. And that got him a look with the Marlins, where he was last season. That's Ard. The 1-1. Swinging, he lines it down the line in left field and fair, and this one will bounce into the corner. Fields in to score. Ard looking for 2, and Dotel's throw, and Casilla reaches back, and safe is the call at second base. As Ard went in standing, which appeared to be a mistake. Third base ump David Shirk said that he sidestepped the tag from Alexi, who dove for him. Behind second, the throw clearly beat him, and Alexi's reaction was very upset. So was the Revs dugout, and Mace coming out to take up discussion here.
I mean, he looked out from here. I don't think Casilla missed the tag, at least from this view. It looked like Ard was slowing up. Casilla looked like he got him maybe on the kneecap or a little below. Casilla doesn't get hot too often, and I think he knows that he got him there. Unless that he just completely whiffed and he thought that he got him. I don't know.
But would Ard maybe have gone out of the baseline to try to get to second to the back of the bag safely? That's another thing maybe Mace was clamoring for, but does not win the argument. 2-0 Long Island on Ard's RBI double. And here's David Washington with Ard at second, 2 outs in the inning. And Terzi the stretch, and coming home. It is a fastball, doesn't get the call inside. Washington doubled the other way in left center his first time. Big 6'5", 240-pound left-hand hitter. Here's the 1-0. And a breaking ball, hooks across for a strike. 2-0, Ducks up early. Washington, who was in the majors for 3 games with the Orioles last year, his first big league experience. Terzi to the plate, slider way inside. Washington, formerly in the Cardinals system, never did make it to the majors with them, despite being an organizational all-star early in his career, a New York Penn League all-star when he was first coming up. 2-1, swinging a well-hit ball right center. Witherspoon going back, and it's in the park though. He will have room, plenty of it. Couple steps shy of the track, in fact, and Washington maybe off the end of the bat. He flies to fairly deep right center. That ends the inning, but the Ducks have scored the first 2 tonight, 3 hits and 1 left. And we go to the bottom half of the third. It's 2-0 Long Island.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, Flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Will I have saved enough for college by the time she gets her driver's license?
How can I ensure beautiful music is always made on the symphony stage?
When I retire, can I take that vacation I always dreamed about?
When life's persistent questions have you seeking answers, turn to Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help turn life's questions into financial plans of action and memorable outcomes. Smith, Mayer & Little, answering life's most persistent questions. Visit us at wealthofknowledgeyork.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WYK. First in York, first in sports.
To the bottom half of the third inning, it's 2-0. Long Island on top. Ryan Dent will lead things off against Jake Fisher, who's not allowed a hit through the first 2 innings. He hit Talvin Nash with a pitch, but erased him on a double play. Now Dent will lead things off. Big 3-run homer last night. He's kind enough to join Michael pregame. We'll have part 2 likely tomorrow. First pitch is a fastball over for a strike. Dent hitting .264, 13 home runs, 48 driven in. Career high in home runs for him this season. Here's the 0-1. And it's up and in. Dent jumps back. Mace said pregame that last night he kind of made an adjustment on Larkins after what he had seen the first couple times. The 1-1, swing and a miss, change up from Fisher, and you'll see a lot of those from this lefty.
Well, that's a nasty pitch, diving low and away. It's one that starts off the corner but then fades out of the strike zone, and you're not going to hit that.
Now the 1-2, and they went back in and missed, up and in. Fisher's 6th-year pro. 27-year-old from Norman, Oklahoma, pitched at University of Oklahoma. Winds, deals, swing and a well-hit ball, deep left field again, it is gone! Ryan Dent, back-to-back games, homers onto Arch Street, no doubt about it, his 14th home run of the year. And the Revs answer right back. They're on the board. It's a 2-1 game here in the third inning.
A little good luck from that pregame chat, maybe. I don't know. But the Revs now have 20 home runs over the arch nemesis here. Dent has 6 of them. And, anyone who heard the pregame show, the first part of my interview with Ryan, it's not like he's trying to do it. It's just, a right-handed hitter in this park. He gets good elevation and a good launch angle on the fly balls that he hits, and they're going to carry in this park over that wall. He just has a really solid approach right now.
Now here's Henry Castillo, who's got a pretty solid approach right now as well. First pitch is high and tight. Castillo, who last night, late in the game, had a streak of 7 straight trips to the plate, reaching base safely, ended, as well as 6 straight at-bats with a hit. Pitch is a changeup and a called strike, 1-1. He batted .316 in August. He's hitting up around .500 his last 10 games. Pitch is down and in. Back-to-back 3-hit performances for him. He's now batting .290 overall in 29 games played. 1 homer, 11 driven in. Fisher the pitch, and a ground ball foul down the third base side. Castillo switch hitter batting right. We had Fisher's alma mater on our station earlier today. Put up 50 or 60 against Florida Atlantic. Now the wind, the 2-2, and it misses down and in. Fisher, a 22nd round pick of the Dodgers in 2013 out of Oklahoma. 1 season in their system at rookie ball. He fires, and a swing and a fly ball toward the line in right. Miles Williams hustles over. He's there waiting and makes the grab. 1 down here in the bottom of the third. And Travis Witherspoon up next.
Well, that home run from Dent, I think it just shows you how deep this offense is. I mean, the leadoff man, the next half inning after the Revs give up a 2 spot and you come back and you get a solo bomb from Dent. And that's what it's going to be like all game. The Ducks may score a few more runs, but the Revs are going to come right back.
First pitch to Spoon. It is over for a strike, a changeup. He's batting .253, 6 home runs, 26 knocked in. Now the 0-1, and a swing and a miss, a slider. All right, now I just want to share, there's been a high level of stress in this booth, and all I'm going to say is that the Keystone Kickoff guys are going to have a lot to talk about on Monday.
Oh, there's going to be a lot less stress in this booth. The stress meter went down a lot.
Pitch to Spoon, a swing and a miss. Slider gets him. And 2 down here in the third inning.
I mean, the score of this game is 2-1, but the score of our game is 45-38 final in overtime.
Well, both games are quite stressful. It's just too much to take.
Yeah. Well, if you're not following along, Penn State pulls out the win over App State. 11 years to the day of their upset over Michigan, basically the walk-off blocked kick and take it back for a touchdown, and they avoid the upset. So that's big.
Oh my! Here's Alonso. He takes a curveball for a strike. Very impressive 7-point overtime win. Harris, who popped to second his first time, now tries to bunt his way on, or at least showed it, and Fisher missed low. Alonso honoring the nation with his apparel tonight. Wonder how many different sleeves he's got. 1-1. That is over for a strike. We often see neon green. A lot of times that goes with the black jersey. He's got several combos. 1-2. And that misses down and away. Revs trail 2-1 here in the third. On the board on Dent's home run. And now Fisher to the plate. Oh, look out, that's inside. As Harris turns away. Again, Alonso's got some history with Fisher. Led off Game 2 of the championship series with a home run at Long Island. Led off a game earlier this year. A couple of weeks back with one. And now Fisher backs off. Zoe would have had a second leadoff home run this year, but the rain against Lancaster wiped that away. 3-2, and a swing and a miss. Change up on 3-2. Looked like a strike out of the hand. I don't believe it was by the time it got there. But the Revs are on the board on Dent's home run. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. We'll go to the fourth. Michael with the play-by-play. It's the Ducks 2, the Revs 1.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and
dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
2-1 Ducks in front of the Revs, top of the fourth inning from PeoplesBank Park. Middle game of the three-game series. Michael Marcantonini taking over on the play-by-play. Ryan Dent hit a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the third to cut the Ducks 2-0 lead in half to 2-1. The Ducks got two in the third off Troy Tersey. Tersey now back to work. He'll face Ramon Cabrera here in the fourth. First pitch of the inning, a strike, a fastball, top half of the zone. It's 0-1. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Ducks. 1 run on the 1 hit. It was the Dent homer, and no errors for the Revs. So the Revs answered right back and got 1 off Fisher in the third. No shutdown inning for Fisher, although he did retire the next 3 batters, the last 2 on strikeouts. The Revs are on the board. 1-run game as Cabrera holds the hands high with that open stance in the lefty box. 0-1 pitch, changeup misses low and away. It's 1-1. Cabrera, another start at catcher. I mean, he is the definition of an everyday backstop for Kevin Baez's club. Some teams go, a 50-50, 60-40 split with their catchers, not the Ducks. 1-1 to Cabrera, fouls it off. It's 1-2. Cabrera is pretty much back there every night, and a guy who does not need a lot of rest. This is his 72nd game of the season, hitting .270 coming in. Pretty good numbers offensively for a catcher who's back there so much. 1-2 pitch coming up from Tersey. Here it is. Popped up left side, but that's going to get out of play into the seats. And the count remains 1-2. 2-1 Ducks in the fourth. For the Penn State fans listening or watching, they did pull out a 45-38 overtime win over Appalachian State in the season opener. So breathe a sigh of relief, Nittany Nation. I know I am. 1-2 pitch. Cabrera chops it to first base. Nash has it on 2 hops. Flips to Tersey at the bag. 1 up, 1 down on the 3-1 put out. Cabrera retired. Cabrera now 0 for 2 in the game. That brings up the right fielder, Miles Williams. It was 1 down and no one on. Here is Williams. Darryl talked about his numbers in the Pacific Association before joining the Ducks. 20 homers in 60 games, and the Ducks seem to find all the home run hitters from the other independent leagues. Taylor Art, a guy who hit 31 year in the Frontier League. First pitch swinging, lines one past the diving Dent at short into left field, a base hit. A 1-out single from Miles Williams. He ropes the first pitch he sees from Tersey past Dent. Dent sprawled out, diving to his right for it, but just past his outstretched glove. Williams a 1-out base runner. Here's Cody Puckett, the third baseman. Did not play in last night's ball game. Back in the lineup tonight. Puckett hitting .230. This is his 77th game of the year. 5 homers, 27 RBIs. .294 on base percentage. Right-handed hitter digs in with a man on first and 1 down. Williams a big secondary lead. Held Dance back to the bag as the pitch was low and outside. 1-0 the count now on the third baseman Puckett. The 9-hitter Dan Lyons waiting on deck. 2-1 Ducks lead over the Revs in this one. Tersey, a deep breath on the mound, comes set, takes the sign from Tejeda. And now move to first, back safely is Williams. Tersey keeping an eye on Williams, who has speed. This is only Williams' 19th game of the year. He only has 1 stolen base. So not exactly a stolen base threat, although he is fast. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball popped up foul out of play. It's 1-1. Terzi has 3 strikeouts in the game. They came all in a row. The second and third out of the first inning, and then the first out of the second. Pitching to contact pretty well. The only 2 runs he's allowed, one came on a balk. The other came on a 2-out double to left center, or the left field. 1-1 pitch coming. Puckett takes inside. That looked like a slider. It's 2-1. This is Terzi's 3rd start of the year. He got his first pro win his last time out. Gave up 4 runs in 6 innings of work against the Blue Crabs. He pitched the finale of that 3-game series. Up the Revs earn a sweep. 2-1 pitch coming. Chopped off the foot of Puckett. That one doesn't feel good. Puckett just beat that one into the ground off his, looked like his front foot, the left foot. And the count goes even at 2. 2-2 now. 1 out in the inning, man on first. It's Williams on first, he's singled. Revs down 2-1. Puckett looks like he's ready to go after fouling one off his foot. Back in the box, 2-2 the count. Terzi looking for strikeout number 4, out number 2 in the inning. He's set at the waist. The 2-2 pitch, slider, swing and a miss, down low in the zone. Puckett chased it, and Terzi has punch out number 4. Out number 2 here in the 4th. 2 outs and a man on first. That brings up the 9-hitter, Dan Lyons. That was a nasty slider that may have not ever been a strike. It was low in the zone, but tempting because of the way it swept across the zone. And Puckett went after it. He's now 0 for 2. Brings up Lyons, the shortstop. Flew out to Dotel and left his first time up. Terzi set again. Tejeda wants it inside the pitch. Fastball right down the chute. It's 0-1. 2-1 Ducks lead, top of the 4th. Miles Williams on first after a 1-out single. Ducks have 6 hits in the game. The Revs have only 1, but the Ducks lead it by just 1. Average down in the low 220s for Lyons. Pitch, fastball misses a little bit high and upstairs. 1-1. 2 outs in the inning and a man on first. The Revs will play the infield defense straight away. The outfield pretty much straight away too. Dotel deep and left. Here's Terzi's 1-1. Slider misses a bit off the plate. Tejeda held it, but no call there. That was another sweeping slider across the zone. Count goes to 2-1. Valdez being the leadoff man on deck. Terzi ready to go, has the sign. Leg kick and the pitch. Another slider. That one missed a couple more inches off the plate. Even more than that first one. And the count swells to 3-1. Terzi has not walked a batter tonight. He's walked just 1 in his first 9 innings as a professional. Comes set again at the waist, out of the stretch. Here's the 3-1. That one over for a strike. 84 on the gun. Took a little bit off that one. And the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The man on first, Williams, will be off on the pitch. Ducks lead at 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. Revs looking to keep it a 2-1 game. Terzi a chance to get out of it on one more pitch. He's set. Lyons waiting. And the 3-2. Broken bat, fly ball right field. Under it is Harris. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. So a fly out to right strands the man at first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left for the Ducks in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Long Island leads York 2-1.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit shipleyenergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
Hi, this is Steve Navaroli. Join me Saturday mornings at 9 for Central PA Game Day presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Tune in each week as we break down the latest in high school sports, including Friday night's big games, the week's top performers, and the rest of the sports scene both locally and nationally. Central PA Game Day presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Saturdays at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Two to one Ducks lead, bottom of the fourth inning. Jake Fisher back out for another frame. Ramon Cabrera throws final warm-up pitch down to second. We're getting ready to start the bottom of the fourth. The Ducks got 2 runs in the top of the third. The Revs answered with 1 on Ryan Dent's leadoff solo homer in the third. His 6th homer of the year that went over the arch nemesis. It's his 14th home run of the year overall. So Dent off to a flying start in this one. Alexi Casilla will be the man to face Fisher first in the bottom of the fourth. Casilla, Mason, Nash, 2, 3, 4. Dangerous part of the order for the Revs, and that's a cop-out. You can really say that for any part of this order. Casilla showed bunt on that first pitch, but took a breaking ball outside, 1-0. I mean, for all you guys know, I could have just not been paying attention and just could have said dangerous part of the order for 7, 8, 9, any part. But that is how dangerous this Revs order is. Casilla takes a strike. It's 1-1. I mean, 1 through 9 they hit. It's exactly what happened last night. All 9 starters had at least 1 knock. 1-1 coming. Casilla chases a changeup low and away. It's 1-2. Casilla bounced to short his first time up. Casilla leads the Revs with 40 multi-hit games this year. 8 of those 3-hit games, 2 4-hit games as he looks for his first hit tonight. Count goes to 2-2 as that fastball missed high and away. 2-1 Ducks lead, bottom 4. Casilla back in there, batting right against the left-handed pitcher. The 2-2. Softly hit ground ball out to second, backhanded by Valdespine. Long throw to first in time to get Alexi. 1 up, 1 down for Fisher here in the fourth. That brings up the Milkman. He's 0 for 1, popped to short to end the first inning. Mesa was 3 for 5 with 4 runs scored in last night's ball game. It's the second time this year that a Rev has scored 4 runs in a game, and both have been Melky. So he scored 4 times every time he was on base last night. First pitch to him coming, change up, top half of the zone, in for a strike. It's 0-1. The last time that Mesa had scored 4 runs in a game was June 28th at Long Island. He did it yesterday against Long Island here at home. 0-1 coming, fastball high and away, ball 1. It's 1-1. Ducks lead at 2-1, bottom 4. 1 out, no one on for Mesa. It's been the Revs' best overall hitter all season. 1-1 coming, big cut there. He came up empty, 82 miles an hour from Fisher, who's kept the Revs off balance so far in this one. Melky did not drive in a run last night, but he had 29 RBIs in the month of August. 1-2 coming from Fisher. Line drive, left center field. Washington going back. He leaps. Did he make the grab? He did at the wall. David Washington in left. He froze on the liner, then took a few steps back. Was on the warning track in left center and in front of the nemesis, the right side of it. Jumped and made a grab to rob Mesa of what probably was going to be a double. A tough play for Washington out there, a guy who plays a lot of outfield but was at first base last night. Mesa robbed of the knock. 2 outs and no one on. Here's Telvin Nash. Nash had an unbelievable month of August. Hit .375 with 9 homers and 26 RBIs. That was only in 25 games, and those are his season numbers too. He just joined the team in August. He takes a ball 1-0. 9 homers should be 10, but 9 officially. 1-0 pitch, fly ball left field, not deep. Nash upset with himself as this is just a can of corn for Washington. Medium depth and left. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 frame for Jake Fisher in the 4th. After 4 full, the Ducks lead it 2-1. We'll take a quick break here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Revs trail the Ducks 2-1, top of the 5th inning. Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast. Troy Tersey, who's allowed just 2 runs through 4 innings, back out for inning number 5. They'll face the top of the Ducks order, Jordani Valdespin, Daniel Fields, and Lou Ford. Valdespin scored one of the Ducks' 2 runs. He reached on a single in the 3rd and scored on a balk in the inning. That was the first run. Ducks got both their runs in the 3rd. The Revs answered on Ryan Dent's solo shot in the bottom of the 3rd. Neither team scored in the 4th, and now here we are in the top of the 5th in a 2-1 game. Tersey's first pitch of the inning. Valdespin shows bunt, pulls back, and that one over for a strike. Looked like a changeup from Tersey. It's 0-1. Castillo, the third baseman, up a little bit on that third base cutout. Nash at first is even with the bag. Even Casilla out at second isn't as deep as he usually is with Valdespin's speed. 0-1 pitch coming from Tersey, a couple toe taps. Another bunt attempt shown, but Valdespin takes this one as well. And just like the first one, it's called a strike. This one on the outer corner, it's 0-2. Another changeup from Ters. Way ahead now on the leading hitter in the Atlantic League, Jordani Valdespin. Just hasn't stopped hitting all year. .336 coming in with 146 knocks on the year. 0-2 pitch, grounded to short, Dent has it, stays down. Crow hop throw to first, Valdespin not moving very quickly down the line, a slow jog, and Dent throws him out for the first out of the inning. 6-3 on the putout. Here's Daniel Fields, the center fielder. Well, you got the lookalikes Washington and Fields playing next to each other in the outfield tonight. So that makes it even tougher. However, the numbers on the back of the jersey, they're key. So it is Fields that digs in the 2-hole. 1 out, no one on. Casilla, the third baseman, remains up. Nash is back at first. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Tersey's really established the outside corner to left-handed hitters. He's getting the call out there from Buzz Albert. Maybe a couple generous calls, but either way, working in Tersey's favor. 0-1 pitch coming. This one in on the hands, out to shallow left center. Dotel racing in. He makes the grab in the gap. And that's out number 2. So just 2 pitches to retire Fields. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. Brings up Lou Ford the DH. He was the DH in last night's ball game as well. Revs down 2-1, top 5. The Ducks got 2 in the third. The Revs answered with 1 in the third. Revs only have 1 hit. It was the Dent homer. The Ducks, meanwhile, 6 knocks. Here's Ford with 2 outs and no one on. Terzi looking for his second 1-2-3 frame of the night. First pitch to Ford, low and away for ball 1. Terzi had some really impressive college numbers. He won 18 games in 2 years at Keystone College, the 9th most in franchise or school history. 1-0 pitch is over for a strike. Had 188 strikeouts and 192 innings over his junior and senior years of school. Had 3 shutouts. That's tied for the 5th most in Keystone history. 1-1 pitch is tipped in and out of the glove of Tejeda to the backstop. It's 1-2. And his 2.16 college ERA is the 4th lowest in Keystone history. 188 strikeouts are also the 4th most. 4th lowest ERA, 4th most strikeouts. Pretty good numbers right there. 1-2 pitch coming to Ford. Here it is. Slider low and away. That one started pretty much on the outside corner and tailed out of the zone quickly. Ford laid off. It's 2-2. Average over 300 for Ford. Over 70 RBIs on the season. Terzi a few toe taps. The 2-2 out pitch. Dribbled on the ground right side. Nash has it. Underhand flip to Terzi at the bag. Nice 3-1 put out there to retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Terzi. Gets it on the 3-1 put out. He goes ground out, fly out, ground out. And the inning is over. After 4.5, the Revs still trail 2-1. We go into the bottom of the 5th now. Let's see if they can get some runs.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Moving along here from PeoplesBank Park. 2-1, the Ducks lead the Revs in Game 2 of this 3-game series. It's Tejeda, Dotel, and Dent, 5, 6, 7. The lead off the bottom of the 5th against Jake Fisher, who's had his way with the Revs so far, except for when Ryan Dent took him deep in the 3rd. Here's Tejeda to start the inning. First pitch, breaking ball. Humpback liner out to short. Dan Lyons right there. And on 1 pitch, a quick out number 1 for Fisher. Tejeda retired for the 2nd time tonight. That brings up Wellington Dotel, the left fielder. 0 for 1 in this one. Bounced to 2nd his first time up. Dotel not in the top 10 in the league in hitting. Hasn't been for the last couple days, but right on the doorstep. He's bounced between like 8 and 12 pretty much over the last month and a half in the league leaders for batting average. He takes that one way inside for ball 1-0. 2-1 Ducks lead bottom 5. Dotel hit .284 in the month of August for the Revs, overshadowed by like 6 guys that hit over 300. I mean, up and down the Revs lineup, they were cooking. 1-0 pitch to Wellington. Fastball over for a strike. It's 1-1. That one caught the outside corner from Fisher. So Dotel 12th in the league in batting, coming in at 301. That pitch taken outside for a ball. It's 2-1. In the hit column, he's 8th in the league with 115. His teammate Alexi Casilla ahead of him with 122, but those two have just pounding out hits all year. 2-1 pitch. Dotel fouls it off right side. The count goes to 2-2. 1 out in the inning, no one on, bottom 5. 2-1, the Revs trail the Ducks. The Revs have been hot. They've won 6 of their last 7, 8 of their last 11, and 10 of their last 14. Making that late season push, they're a season high 5 games over 500 at 58 and 53. 26 and 22 in the second half. 2-2 coming to Dotel. He fights this one on, chopping it foul into the netting of the Revs dugout. And the count remains even at 2. Dotel looking to spark a rally. Ryan Dent, who's homered in back-to-back games, waits on deck. Season series with the Revs and Ducks tied at 8 games apiece with 2 left. 2-2 pitch coming. Here's Fisher's offering. Fastball misses high and tight, and the count runs full. All 9 Revs starters had at least 1 hit last night, Dotel included. 6 had multiple hits in the game. Dotel chops the 3-2 down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Strong throw across the diamond, but Dotel beats it out. Cody Puckett did everything he could to get to that ball and make a strong throw over to the first base bag to Taylor Ard. But Dotel hustled the entire way and legs out an infield single. Dotel picks up his first knock of this game. And on the season now, give him 116. Well, here's Ryan Dent, who homered his first time up. If he goes deep again, he'll give the Revs a lead. Revs now 124 infield hits on the year after that Dotel knock. Puckett did everything he could, but the slow chopper is what allowed Dotel to beat it. Move over to first. Dotel was leaning, but he dives back safely. Now Kevin Baez is going to come out for a chat. I think they just called a balk. They called a balk. Dotel is going to go to second base. Kevin Baez just screamed, "You can't see that from there." He's out of the Ducks dugout and arguing with the home plate umpire, Buzz Albert. And now Dotel dancing off second, joking around. Time is out, so he can't go anywhere. But it is Dotel that goes to second base. Actually, I think it might have been John Brownell who says you cannot see that from there. But it's Buzz Albert who called the balk, neither of the base umpires. Second balk of the game, 1 for each pitcher in this one. So now Dent will hit with a man on second and 1 out. So Dotel moves up on the balk. That helps the Revs. Here's Dent with 1 out. 2-1 Ducks lead, bottom 5. Fisher looks at second. Dotel dancing. First pitch to Dent. He takes it low. It's a changeup that misses for a ball, 1-0. Dent on the year came in with a .264 batting average, now has 14 home runs and 49 RBIs after the solo shot a couple innings ago. Now a pickoff move to second. Dotel slides back feet first. The play was on there as Valdespin came in for the tag, and then Dotel gave him a big bear hug at the second base bag. Well, Dotel's a character. But he's still at second with 1 out. 1-0 the count on Dent. Dent hitting .324 over his last 9, .353 over his last 4. 1-0 pitch coming. Check swing out to short. Dotel's going to move up to third. Charging his Lions. He throws to first in time to retire Dent. That was an excuse me swing from Dent. He didn't want to offer at it, but he did. And weak contact out to short. 2 outs in the inning. Dotel now 90 feet away from scoring the tying run with Henry Castillo at the dish. Well, Castillo had a memorable month of August. He was exceptional for the Revs all month long. Hit .316 with a home run, 9 RBIs, and 4 doubles in 23 games. He's raised his season average up to .290 coming in. First pitch to him, breaking ball down and in, smothered by Cabrera to keep Dotel at third. 1-0 the count. Castillo 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time up. The man on third and 2 outs, the tying run on third. Castillo hitting .333 with runners in scoring position, .313 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, 4 RBIs, and 16 at-bats in those situations. 1-0 pitch, chop foul into the netting in front of the Ducks dugout, and the count goes to 1-1. Castillo really turned on that ball, couldn't straighten it out. Revs have 2 hits in the game after that Dotel infield single. He's at third base. They trail 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Henry Castillo, the switch-hitting infielder, looking to tie this thing up. Castillo 3 knocks in last night's ball game, including 2 doubles. He's the 4th Rev with 2 doubles in a game this year. 1-1 pitch, chop foul left side of the infield, and the count goes to 1-1. 1-2, that is. 2 outs and a man on third. Jake Fisher is 0-1 in 2 starts against the Revs this year coming in. Thrown 10 2/3 inning and given up 11 earned runs this season against the Revs. That was a 9.28 ERA through those 2 starts, but he's only given up 1 run through 4 2/3 tonight. 1-2 out pitch to Castillo. Fly ball right field, not deep. Williams over towards the line. He's under it. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. So the Revs get a man to third, but the tying run is stranded there. No runs on 1 infield hit, no errors, and 1 man left in the 5th for the Revs. We've played 5 full. We'll go to the top of the 6th with the Ducks leading 2-1.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The Independent Insurance Agent System. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Top of inning number 6 from PeoplesBank Park. It's the Ducks 2 and the Revs 1 in Game 2 of this 3-game set. Michael Marcantonini and Darryl Henry with you on the call. Taylor Art, David Washington, Ramon Cabrera, 4-5-6 for the Ducks. Face Troy Tersey here in the top of the 6th. Second straight start that Tersey's worked into inning number 6. He'll look to complete it. First pitch of the inning, Taylor Art is popped up right behind home plate, now right in front of home plate. Tejeda under it, drifting. He makes the grab on the right side of the diamond in foul territory. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch for Tersey. Ard popped that thing straight up, a high sky tonight, no cloud cover. And Tejeda had to wait forever for that thing to come down. He had to adjust his positioning on that one a few times, finally got under it, made the grab. It's an important out number 1 for Tersey here in the inning. Ard now 1 for 3. So 1 out now and no one on. Here's David Washington. He smoked the double to left center his first time up, flew out to center last time up. First pitch to Wash, that misses low and in. It's 1-0. 2-1 Ducks lead, top 6. The Revs will put an abbreviated lefty shift on him. 1-0 pitch coming up. That one way outside. It's 2-0. They keep 2 fielders on each side of the diamond and in the infield, but Dent is shaded up the middle. Castillo shaded more over towards short. They're way off the third base line. The 2-0 misses outside. That was a slider down. It's 3-0. Big hole between Casilla and Dent as well. Casilla playing way in that second base hole. Nash guarding the line at first. Outfield playing him the other way as well, as the 3-0 is over and in for a strike. Playing him to Poole, not the other way, pardon. Dotel is way over in the left center gap. 3-1 pitch, here it is. That slider's over as well, and from 3-0, Terzi's worked it back to full. 2-1 lead for the Ducks. Both teams have scored all their runs in the third inning. 2 for the Ducks and 1 for the Revs in that frame. Here's Terzi's 3-2. That one misses outside, ball 4. So 6 pitches to Washington. He looks at all 6, and he's a 1-out base runner in inning number 6. Here's the catcher, Ramon Cabrera, 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. Terzi worked a 1-2-3 fifth, and that walk to Washington breaks a streak of 6 straight batters retired. Now Fletch, a slow walk out to the mound to chat with Terzi. Revs down just 1, a 2-1 Ducks lead in the top of inning number 6. Revs would love to sweep this series against the Ducks, at least take 2 out of 3. Right now the Ducks, one of the teams they're trailing for potential playoff spot. If there is a second wild card spot, that would give the Revs a much better chance of reaching the postseason. But if the Ducks win the second half in the Liberty over the Patriots, that takes away a potential wild card spot and changes everything. However, if there is a second wild card spot, Revs right behind Long Island. Revs are within 1.5 games of Long Island for that second wild card spot if it does open up. Long Island's leading the Liberty down to just 2 games over Somerset, so things could change there as well. 1 out and a man off first. Washington broke on first movement. Throw down from Tejeda, not even close. A good throw down to second, but Washington took off right away. Terzi didn't realize that he went to the plate instead of stepping off. So it's a stolen base for David Washington. First stolen base of the game for either team. Now Cabrera will hit with a man on second and 1 out. 2-1 Ducks lead. Terzi looks at second. Washington a decent lead. The 1-0, that's down. It's 2-0. Cabrera had 2 knocks in last night's game, went 2 for 4. 2 singles, also 2 pop-outs. Ducks only had 6 hits in the game. Cabrera had 2 of them. The Revs, meanwhile, 18 hits and 12 runs in the blowout win. Terzi checks second. Leg kick, the 2-0 to Cabrera. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Again, maybe a tad off the plate. But that has been the call for Buzz Albert. He's giving the outside strike. Michael Click loosening up in the Revs bullpen as Terzi tries to get through this 6th. He's working behind the game in favor of the Ducks right now, 2-1. The count, 2-1 on Cabrera. Washington leads off second. Terzi the pitch. Fly ball, shallow left center field. Spoon and Dotel both over. Looks like Dotel will make the grab. He does. And that's out number 2 here in the inning. So Terzi, a great job after the walk and the stolen base to come back and get a fly out. Dotel puts that one away. Cabrera now 0 for 3. That brings up Miles Williams, the right fielder and 7-hitter, who is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And that's going to be it for Troy Terzi. Mark Mason, the Revs manager, will head out to the mound, and he's going to go to another righty. He'll bring in Michael Click. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. We'll tell you more about Click after a quick break, but it's 2-1 Ducks in the top of the 6th. Man on second and 2 outs as Terzi exits to a standing ovation. Click coming in. Take a quick break. Stick with us.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Two to 1 Ducks lead with 2 outs and a man on second here in the top of inning number 6. Troy Tersey's night is done after 5 2/3 of solid baseball on the mound. 6 hits, 4 Ks, 1 walk. He's given up 2 runs, both earned so far, but his line is not closed. He's responsible for the man David Washington on second. As Michael Click enters the game, pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Click the first man out of the pen for Mace tonight, and he will inherit a man on second and 2 outs. Here's Miles Williams, 2 for 2 with a pair of hard-hit singles. Tersey can lose it, he cannot win it. He'd love to have that no decision next to his name tonight if Click can get out of this and the Revs can tie the game and then take the lead. First pitch coming to Williams. Click set at the waist, looks at second. Washington a big lead. First pitch to the plate, fastball misses outside, and that's not going to make Click very happy, as he doesn't like getting squeezed, and that nobody does, but not too long ago that Click got ejected on a night that he was getting squeezed. 1-0 on Williams. Click peers in at his catcher Tejeda, comes set. Deep breath for him. 1-0 pitch on its way. Here it is, way outside and low. It's 2-0. Click on the year, no record. 3.09 ERA in 17 games. He's made 1 spot start. 23 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 15 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned. 27 strikeouts, 12 walks. Opponents hitting just 188 against the veteran righty. 2-0 on Williams, the right-handed batter. Washington out at second. He takes off for third. Huge lead. Pitch is over for a strike. Williams took it. No chance for Tejeda. Not even a throw down to third. Washington was halfway there before Click released the baseball. David Washington getting some good jumps in this one. He's now stolen second and third in the inning. So an insurance run 90 feet away for the Ducks. It's a 2-1 game, top of the 6th. 2 outs, though. If Click can get Williams, it won't matter. Williams has not been retired tonight. Click set, a look at third. Here's the 2-1 pitch, fouled right back to the netting behind home plate, and the count goes to 2-2. Click 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning and stranding Washington. 6 hits in the game for the Ducks. The Revs have only 2, but it's just a 1-run game, 2-1 in the 6th. Revs looking to keep it that way. Click retoes the rubber. Bends at the waist, looking in at the sign from Tejeda, who's going through a few. Click finally sees one he likes, comes set. Another look at Washington. Here's the 2-2. Popped up foul territory, out of play. 84 miles an hour on that fastball from Click. And the count remains even at 2. I mentioned the 188 batting average against for Click. That is the lowest of any Revs pitcher. He's only given up 5 extra base hits. Now into his 18th appearance. 2-2 pitch coming up here. Big pitch, huge spot in the game. The Revs would love to keep it at just 1 run. Man on third, 2 outs. Click set. Takes his time and the 2-2. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3. Williams throws his bat. He's upset with the call, but Buzz Albert rings him up. Michael Click comes in, inherits a man on second base. He strikes out Williams to retire the side. And after 5.5, the Revs still down 2-1, but some momentum after that inning-ending strikeout. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th next and see if the Revs can tie or take the lead.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Michael Marcantonini and Darrell Henry with you on the call. The Revs trail the Ducks 2-1 as Travis Witherspoon comes to the dish. To lead off the bottom of the 6th, Jake Fisher, the crafty lefty for the Ducks, back out for another inning. It's Witherspoon, Harris, Casilla, 9-1-2 for the Revs, down just 1. Michael Click got the final out of the 6th inning, struck out Miles Williams looking to end the frame. Spoon takes a looping curveball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Troy Terzi came out after getting the second out of the 6th. He worked 5 2/3, gave up just 2 runs. 0-1 coming to Spoon, fouls that one off. A little off balance there in the box, and the count goes to 0-2. Terzi on the hook for the loss right now. He pitched really well, though, in his 3rd pro start. 5 2/3, 2 earned. Struck out 4 and walked just 1. Only 6 hits allowed. Click, a great job to come on and get the only batter he faced, Williams. Strain an insurance run at 3rd. 0-2 pitch to Spoon, taken for called strike 3 on the outside corner. Similar pitch to what Williams was rung up on to end the top of the 6th. And that's how Spoon makes the first out of the bottom of the 6th. He's now 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. Brings up Alonzo Harris, the right fielder. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. Harris earlier in the game was wearing an American flag arm sleeve and an American flag batting glove. He has since removed both. Don't know why. The first pitch to Harris. Ball outside. It's 1-0. Actually, it might still be on that left arm. It's tough to see. 1-0 pitch coming from Fisher. Here it is. That's called a strike. It's 1-1. 2-1 Ducks lead, bottom of the 6th. The Revs had 12 runs on 18 hits last night, but it's been a different story tonight. They have just 2 hits. One of them an infield hit, the other a homer. 1-1 to Harris, taken high and away. It's 2-1. Fisher on the year has been durable. He's coming in, he had worked 112 and 2/3 innings. Does give up a lot of hits, 134, but only 2 tonight. Big swing and a big miss from Harris there. He swings through a changeup. It's 2-2. 136 hits now allowed for Fisher on the year. But 134 and 112 and 2/3 coming in is quite a bit. 2-2 coming. That one misses off the plate. Similar pitch to the one Spoon was rung up on. But Fisher doesn't get the call here. The 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out and no one on to Harris. Revs down by just 1. It's 2-1 in the 6th. Fisher out of the windup. The payoff pitch, chopped foul, left side of the infield. And Harris hanging in there. So he has removed that sleeve. I wonder why. Daryl, I don't know why you remove such a good-looking sleeve like that. No more swag on his left arm.
No, it was sharp. I don't know.
Maybe wasn't feeling it. I don't know. 3-2 pitch coming. Harris swings through it. No, he foul-tipped it as that one got through the wickets of Cabrera, but signal right away from Buzz Albert that was a foul ball. The count remains full. 1 out in the inning, no one on. Mesa on deck. He'd love to hit with someone on. Three-two pitch once more to Harris. Lines it down the third base line, a fair ball. That's going to get in the left field corner. Digging for 2 is Harris. Washington cuts it off in the corner. He'll get it in. A stand-up double for Alonzo Harris. A 2-bagger with swagger to start a rally here in the bottom of the 6th. A 1-out knock, and here is Mesa to hit with a man on.
Well, Kevin Baez here is going to make a visit. They don't have anybody up. He's making the visit, not the pitching coach, John Brunell. And I've been watching him during this at-bat with Alonzo. He's been hollering at Buzz Albert, going back to the pitch that was called a strike on Miles Williams to end the top of the innings. So we'll see if this is a wait to get Buzz to come out there and have some words with him.
Well, you mentioned no one up, so just a stalling tactic for Kevin Baez to try to give somebody some time to throw quickly. But right now, the tying run out at second base after the Harris double down the left field line. A great AB from Alonzo. Saw 7 pitches in the at-bat, and now it's Alexi Casilla, not Melky Mesa up. I had the lineup mixed up. It's Casilla, not Mesa, up with 1 out and a man on second. So Harris doubles. He's now 1 for 3. Revs' 3rd hit of the game, 2nd extra base hit. See if the Revs can cash in Harris. Jose Quas warming up now down the left field line in the bullpen for the Ducks. Fisher's worked through 5 1/3. He's given up just 1 run, but the tying run out at second. Look at second. Now the first pitch to Casilla. Chopper to third. It's a fair ball. Now Alonzo taking off for third on the throw to first. 5-3 the put out. But Harris does move up 90 feet on the chopper. Casilla retired, but in a way does a job.
Yeah, good job by Alonzo to see what kind of throw was going to be made. With his speed, probably any throw across the diamond he would have taken off, but Puckett standing there almost straddling third. I don't think he could really step into a throw, maybe risking tripping on the bag, and it wasn't the hardest throw across. If you're going to keep Zoe at second on a play like that, it's got to be a bullet and crisp.
Here's Melky Mesa with a man on third and 2 outs. Harris the tying run 90 feet away as Fisher steps off. Time is called. Revs down 2-1, bottom 6. Mesa leads the Revs with 24 2-out RBIs this year. He also has 5 tying RBIs and 18 lead RBIs this year. Could do all 3, could get him back into all 3 columns here with 1 swing. First pitch he sees, liner to left, that's down in front of David Washington. Harris comes in to score, the Revs tie the game at 2. An RBI single for Melky Mesa. And Darryl the Milkman delivers once again.
Even on a Saturday night, Michael.
I mean, no off days.
The store is never closed.
Nope.
And it doesn't matter that the calendar is flipped to September either. That's a good start to the month of September for him. And he was looking for an area there. Got a pitch somewhat up. Nice swing. It hits it hard into left. Didn't try to do too much. Simple base hit would tie the game. And the Milkman does deliver.
I heard you get a discount on delivery on the first day of the month. Here's Telvin Nash with 2 outs and a man on. Takes a strike from Fisher. So Terzi no longer on the hook for the loss. He officially takes a no decision. We are tied at 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Right back where we started. 0-1 the count on Nash. He could give the Revs the lead with one swing. 0-1 from Fisher. Breaking ball down and away. It's 1-1. The Revs were down 2-0 after the top of the 3rd. Ryan Dent hit a solo homer in the bottom of the 3rd to make it 2-1. Now Melky Mesa's 2-out RBI single to left has tied the game in the 6th. Fisher ready on the mound. Looks at Mesa at first. Leg kick the 1-1. Misses inside there. It's 2-1 on Nash. Well, this would be a good time for Telvin's official 10th homer of the season, Darryl, but really anything to bring Mesa home would work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the order has to be so exhausting for an opposing pitcher to try to get through.
Especially a lefty.
Yeah.
2-1 coming to Nash. Here it is. Line drive, base hit into left field, down in front of Washington. Station-to-station baseball for Mesa. He'll stop at second. Nash a slow turnaround first. 2 hard-hit 2-out singles for the Revs. Mesa and Nash back-to-back. Those 2 relentless in this lineup. And now Kevin Baez is going to make another slow walk out to the mound. The game is tied at 2 in the bottom of the 6th. The Revs have runners at first and second. And Baez is going to go to the pen. It'll be Jose Cuas that comes in unless there was somebody else out there warming up too that we didn't know about. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts as Baez takes the ball from his starter, Jake Fisher. 2 outs and runners at first and second in the bottom of the 6th. The tie game will take a break. Let you know what's happening when we come back. Revs threatening to take the lead. Don't go anywhere.
Rudders has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rudders Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rudders, why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rudder's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rudder's Kunzler Hot Dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler Bacon Wrapped Cheddar Dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rudder's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Side armor Jose Cuas into the game in relief of Jake Fisher for the Ducks. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Game is tied at 2 with 2 outs and runners at first and second for the Revs in the bottom of the 6th. It was 2-1 coming into the bottom of the 6th, but Melky Mesa tied things up with a line drive RBI single to left, scoring Harris from third. Jake Fisher's night is done after giving up back-to-back singles. The Revs have 3 hits in the inning, including the Harris double. He scored the tying run. And now Isaiah Tejeda, the first man to face the 6'3", 195-pound right-hander Cuas. Cuas bends over at the knees, takes the sign from his catcher Cabrera as Tejeda steps in the box. It's Mesa at second, Nash at first. We're tied at 2 in the home half of the 6th. Cuas's first pitch is a slider that misses low and away for ball 1. It's 1-0. Cuas 2-1 with a 3.18 ERA. This is his 17th game of the year. He's worked 17 innings, giving up 14 hits, 13 Ks, and 9 walks in those 17 innings. ball and no strikes to Tejeda. Takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. It's 1-1. Jake Fisher officially his line is not officially closed. He's worked 5 2/3 so far. He's on the hook for at least 2 runs. Both runners on base are his responsibility. He cannot win it. He could lose it if either of these inherited runs come in to score. 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, 1-1 the count on Tejeda. Takes another strike. That one right down the heart of the plate. A fastball in at 88. It's 1-2. Tejeda has 2 go-ahead RBIs this year. He also has 2 two-out RBIs in his short season with the Revs. 3 RBIs last night. The 1-2 two-out pitch, slider misses outside, and the count evens up at 2. Well, Darryl, if Quas misses again, it'll be 3-2, and it'll give both runners a head start, and that would be a big benefit for the Revs.
Absolutely, especially with this team that can hit it in the gaps, hit it all over the field. You've got so many guys in this order that can hit to all fields.
First and second with 2 outs, 2-2 the count on Tejeda in a tie game. Quas ready the pitch, fouled back into the netting, and the count remains 2-2. A lot more drama in this game than the 12-0 win last night, that's for sure. Revs came into the inning down by 1. But they have erased that deficit. It's a tie game. Great one here at PeoplesBank Park tonight. Quas set. Tejeda ready for the 2-2. Here it is. Chopper over the head of the third baseman, Puckett into left field. Mace's coming in to score. Nash digs for third. It'll be a 2-out RBI go-ahead double for Isaiah Tejeda. And the Revs lead it 3-2 in the home half of the 6th. Isaiah Tejeda chopped one over the head of Puckett at third. No chance for him to make that grab. And the Revs have come from down 1 to take a 1-run lead.
Now that is beautiful. That's not how you envision the double being a hit. But while he hit it into the ground, he hit it very, very hard. And you get that high kick with the top spin like that. That's a product of a good swing and a hard contact, even though you were on top of it. Got a favorable bounce, get some luck paired with the good swing.
Here's Dotel with second and third and 2 outs. Revs up 1. Quas misses outside with a fastball. It's 1-0. Jake Fisher is now on the hook for the loss in this game, as that run, Melky Mesa coming in, is charged to him. He's still responsible for Nash on third. Tejeda out at second, the double off Quas. 3-2 Revs in the bottom of the 6th. The Dotel, a huge rip at that fastball, low and away, came up empty. It's 1-1. Dotel was doing some early tee work out on the field today, early afternoon, about 3 o'clock or so, trying to work on some things. Looked like he was trying to stay middle of the diamond towards right field. He has 1 hit tonight. It's an infield hit. The Revs have 6 hits in the game. 2 doubles, a home run, and 3 singles. Second and third for Dotel, 2 outs and a 1-1 count. Quas set and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Valdespin. He'll take his time, throw to first to retire Dotel and the side. The inning is over, but the Revs tie and take the lead. They lead it 3-2 after 6 full. 2 runs on 4 hits, including 2 doubles, no errors. 2 men left on in the inning. We've played 6. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Darryl Henry taking back over the play-by-play with the Revs up 3-2.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Well, some drama tonight indeed. A one-run game through 6. Going to the 7th, it is 3-2 York. Michael Click stays in after a big strikeout looking of Miles Williams to end the 6th, stranding a runner at third. And a momentum shift indeed as the Revs took that, promptly scored twice on 4 hits in the bottom half. Jake Fisher had allowed just 2 hits through 5. Revs with 4 hits in that 6th inning. Cody Puckett will lead things off. Click ready to go. His first pitch of the inning, it's a called strike, inside corner. Puckett the K-man tonight. He has popped up and has K'd, indeed. And some Moz sticks earlier. Well, I didn't have them yet. We had the opportunity arise earlier. The 0-1, and it misses in the dirt. It'll be Puckett, Lyons, and Valdespine, each team with 6 hits. Revs have their first lead of the night. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Somerset is up 4-0 in the 6th at New Britain. Pitch is swung on and missed. High fastball. Click jumps ahead. If the Revs can win, they would be within half a game of the Ducks in the overall standings. And if that happened and Somerset won tonight, Long Island's division lead in the second half would be down to 1. Click ready. The 1-2. Fastball misses high. Tonight and tomorrow, 2 of the biggest games of the year for the Revs. Terzi, by the way, line completed at 5 2/3, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Fantastic job. Wasn't sure if he'd be able to make it in this weekend. The pitch, and it's inside, 3-2. Now, Click was ahead of Puckett. He does not want to let the leadoff man reach to begin this 7th inning. Certainly not on a freebie. And he leans in and looks. He's ready. And the payoff pitch. Swinging, it's fouled back up onto the roof. Lancaster won earlier 1-0 at Sugar Land, game 1 of a doubleheader. The second game coming up shortly. Southern Maryland leading the Road Warriors 7-5 in the 5th. And it's delayed due to rain. And I don't believe the game... Oh, the game did just go official. Pitch is swung on, fouled back again. They did just get the 3rd out in the top of the 5th before the delay. So, they don't have to resume necessarily tonight. That is your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here. It's 3-2 York beginning the 7th. Now Click ready. A 3rd straight 3-2 offering, and it's hit on the ground towards short. Dent picks it beautifully. Fires to first, 1 away. Ranging to his left, got a tricky in-between hop, and he came up with it brilliantly, and they keep the tying run off base.
Well, how about that play right there? I mean, Ryan Dent so smooth on those in-between hops, bringing the glove up, but making sure he keeps it down long enough to secure the grounder. And then a strong off-balance throw. And you've said it before, the off-balance throws are basically on balance for him.
It is uncanny. Here's Dan Lyons, who's 0 for 2 tonight. I mentioned that rain delay at Southern Maryland. There was some nasty stuff in that area. First pitch is line, base hit. Toward the line in left field. Dotel on it quickly. And they will hold Lyons to a single. 1 out base runner. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Maryland played Texas in D.C. or in Landover maybe at the Redskins. I think it was a neutral game, if I'm not mistaken, but they had a long weather delay. Was some stuff in that area. Here's Valdespine, who's 1 for 3. Second in the league in hitting. And he is a dangerous threat. And first pitch, it is a fastball, just missed down. Click with that clenched fist into his glove. That's when you know he wanted one in particular. Yes, that game was at FedEx Field. One ball, no strikes. Revs a 3-2 lead despite now being out hit 7-6. And Click ready to work. The 1-0. Fastball, there's a strike, 93. No doubt about that one, right down the chute. Revs had their winningest month in August, 16-12. 16-9 after losing the first 3 of the month. Now Click to the belt. 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball to second. Alexi right up the middle. Feeds Dent. The turn. Got him. 4-6-3 double play. Michael Click. A scoreless inning and a third. And he induces the 4-6-3 bouncer to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Stretch time here at the bank. It's the Revs 3, the Ducks 2.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Presley Ridge believes that strong families are the foundation for strong communities. With compassionate and caring professionals, Presley Ridge offers individual, child, and family therapy in addition to foster care and other in-community services. To learn more about Presley Ridge and their impact on families right here in our community, visit presleyridge.org or call 717-845-6624. That's 717-845-6624.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
with a 3-2 lead. And here in the bottom of the 7th inning, new pitcher for Long Island is 6'8" right-hander Logan Ondrasek. Big league veteran. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Ryan Dent will lead things off. First pitch is up and in. The Revs with 2 runs last inning. Mesa tied it on a single. Tejeda gave them the lead on a double. Now Ondrasek fires. Swing and a miss. Got Dent to chase on a slider. Ryan Dent tonight 1 for 2. He's played a great shortstop as always, but a home run back in the 3rd that started the Revs scoring. They were down 2-0 initially. The 1-1. Swinging a ground ball cued off the end of the bat. Spinning to second. Valdespin steps up. Handles it. Throws to first. Dent did not get out of the box well on that one. And Valdespin had plenty of time to come up and get him. No, 1 away. Well, Revs fans, stop in and visit Famous Hot Wiener's newest location after the game at the BJ's Target Complex in West Manchester. You can also visit us at our 2 Hanover locations, one in the north end of town at 160 Dart Drive or downtown at 101 Broadway. Go Revs. Here's Henry Castillo. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Fastball down around the knees with some cut. Castillo 0 for 2. Ondrasek will certainly get downward plane on his pitches as he misses high and away. He is pretty much over the top, and he's 6'8". He might be the tallest in the league this year. I can't remember anybody taller than that. Pitch is swung on and missed. A slider down. 1-2.
He's got such long legs, which, I mean, for any pitcher, that's an advantage coming to the plate. Get a big stride and power behind that.
Now he's ready. Fires. Swing and a miss. Stayed with the slider, and Castillo lunging at it down and away. 2 down. Ondrasek in 14 outings, 2-1 with a 1.76 ERA, and he came in tonight with 21 strikeouts to 5 walks in 15 1/3. He's been a good addition for them. Revs leading at 3-2 in the 7th. Here's Witherspoon. 2 strikeouts tonight. First pitch, he swings, flies this one to right field, and Miles Williams will stroll in, shallow and right, and make the grab, and it's a quick 1-2-3 7th for Logan Ondrasek. That'll send us to the 8th. Here tonight in York with the Revs leading 3-2.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
the 8th inning. It is brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Gordon Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Call 717-316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. York Dental Sleep Therapy at 450 West Market Street in Hellam. Ricardo Gomez takes over here in the 8th tonight. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 3-2 York. Daniel Fields up. First pitch is down and away. 2-3-4 in the order. It is Fields, Ford, Ard. Left, right. You're in a big spot in the 8th. And Gomez fires. Fastball a little high. Fields is 1 for 3 tonight. Singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. Gomez, a former Duck himself. He was last in Thursday at New Britain. Pitch, slider called strike. And he got a bit of a white knuckle save on Thursday night. A couple of walks and a hit in that appearance, but with the bases loaded, 1 out, up 3-0, retired the final 2. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Good depth on that slider. It ended up right down the middle, but Fields swung through it. Gomez, who in that game Thursday got his 99th pro save. 36th in the Atlantic League, 26th with York, 2nd this season. He's 4th in Revs history in saves, 2nd in appearances. He's ready. And the 2-2. Fastball misses outside. For this season, he is 3-1, a .395 ERA, couple saves in 43 outings. 59 strikeouts in just 41 innings. Big pitch here. He fires. Swinging a grounder, yanked foul off the front of the Revs dugout. And Michael Burgess was hanging out on the top step. He had to bail as he playfully cocked his arm back like he was going to throw a baseball at Fields for that. Made him almost dive off that top step.
Now you got to be on your toes. Hot shots coming right at you.
Gomez again. And it breaks inside. Tried a 3-2 slider, and it broke way in. Fields recognized it in time to jump out of the way. The tying run is on base to start the 8th. And Lou Ford coming up.
How about another double play ball?
Great idea. Gomez in his 204th appearance with the Revs tonight. 325th in his Atlantic League career. Pitch to Ford. Fastball. It's a called strike. Battle of elder statesmen here. Gomez is 40. Ford is 42. Ford tonight hitless in 3 at-bats. Strikeout. Line out to center. Ground out to first. That was all against Terzi. The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball, rolled softly to short. Dent, gloves, Fields, the turn, got him! 6-4-3 double play. The Revs bullpen rolls another one. And the bases are empty with 2 down in the 8th. Gomez got right in on his thumbs. And Michael, you ask and sometimes you shall receive.
I'm very thankful. I'm appreciative of that double play. That double play brought to you by Bill Ford Tough.
Oh, that's big. 2 down. Here is Taylor Ard, who's 1 for 3, an RBI double back in the 3rd. Revs lead it 3-2. The pitch, slider called strike 1. Pitcher's best friend. Click got a big one last inning to end the top of the 7th. He went an inning and a third, by the way, to start the bullpen effort tonight. Gomez stares and comes set. Pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider. Hard is one of their better power threats. A 1-run lead for the Revs here in the 8th. That Gomez is looking to protect. Now he's ready to go. And the 0-2. Fastball way outside. Revs leading it 3-2. Every game is so important at this point in the year. September 1st here tonight. Now Gomez stretches. The 1-2. Swing and a miss! He struck him out. Blew him away with a high fastball. And Ricardo Gomez retires the side in order in the 8th. It was a leadoff walk, but promptly rolled a double play and then whiffs Taylor Ard to end the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th tonight. Revs 3, Ducks 2.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Show your patriotism and Rev spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Revs lead at 3-2, bottom of the 8th. We look ahead. It is Dustin Richardson who's getting ready for the 9th. Meanwhile, left-hander Fernando Abad is the new pitcher for Long Island. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Top of the order for the Revs. Looking for insurance. Revs baseball brought to you in part by Wise Markets, York Water Company, and Twin Pine Country Farm Stores. As Alonso makes his way to the plate, he's 1 for 3 tonight, doubled and scored in the 6th. He sparked that go-ahead 2-run rally with a 1-out double down the line and left. It was a great at-bat. Took a couple close ones. The manager in the opposite dugout was not too happy after 1 or 2. By the way, the Ducks in the 9th inning, with Richardson getting ready, they will have 5, 6, 7. Washington, who's a lefty, Cabrera switch, and Williams a righty. First pitch, 2-0. It's a breaking ball, tumbles in for a strike. Abad, the big league veteran, added during the second half for Long Island. 12 outings, no record. ERA is perfect. Now winds and fires, and he gets a high slider called strike. He's got 2 saves as well, 11 2/3 scoreless innings that he's worked. 13 Ks, just 3 walks, only 10 hits given up. Now he winds. Here's the 0-2, and it's fouled back. Bang. Abad, an 8-year Major League veteran, first with the Astros 2010 to 12, and the Nationals, A's, Twins, and Red Sox. He deals. Swing, and this one's sent the other way, fouled down the line and right into the bullpen balcony. He was in the majors with the Red Sox just last year. He was with the Phillies in spring training earlier this season. Not sure if Abad once thought he was trying to get his catcher to come out and chat. I'm not sure what he was motioning. And now Cabrera gets word of that, and they will meet. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, Revs have Luis Cruz right now coaching at first as we speak. He had the hamate bone injury. Tyler Clark is catching in the bullpen. He had the finger ligament damage. Revs also with Junior Rincon and Jonathan Sanchez inactive with biceps tendonitis. And Jay Goss and Frank DeGiulio Jr. went down with their elbow injuries. Zoe was having a chat with the plate ump Albert about something. Now he's in there, the 0-2. And a fastball down and in, just missed. Top of the order for the Revs, who lead at 3-2, bottom of the 8th. Looking for insurance for Richardson. Now Zoe holds the hand up, gets time called in time. And Abad will go behind the mound and adjust. Little cat and mouse with the timing right now. Now the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball past Abad's glove, but Lyons up the middle from short will get there and make the throw to first. Abad just missed it, but Lyons handles it, shifting to his left, one away.
Lyons really had to come up with a quick transfer there, quick feet, quick throw. Otherwise, Zoe was going to leg that out. He was busting it down the line. It's no give me that if you get Zoe to hit one on the ground that you're just going to get him out on a routine grounder.
Now let's see Casilla, who's 0 for 3. And Abad with the pitch. Shows bunt, and it's a little low. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Somerset leading 4-0 at New Britain. They're now in the 8th. By the way, Southern Maryland did beat the Road Warriors 7-5 in a rain-shortened 5 innings. And now Casilla shows bunt, pulled it back, a strike called, and the fans in the dugout hated it. They thought it was low. Alexi just rolled his eyes as he looked back. 1-1 the count. Abad with the pitch. Swinging a bouncer back to the pitcher. He gloves it, and off his heels, he'll just lob one over to first nonchalantly, 2 down. And if not for that strike that was called, maybe Alexi is still taking in that situation.
Right. Hey, did you get a chance to catch what that fan said?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand the complete sentence, but
he said, "I'm glad the strike zone is at the ankles now."
Oh.
Or glad to know, or something like that.
Oh, a crowd mic is just a hidden treasure in broadcasting.
Strategically placed.
Yep.
Here's Malky as Abad misses up high to him.
We got to mic up some players and coaches sometime. It would just be great. We wouldn't have to air it live, but we could put together like a postseason mic'd up kind of thing.
Here's a swing and a miss. Change up. It's like your Twitter handle.
Yes, Mic'd Up Sports. You can follow me there. And on Instagram as well. Hit me up. At MIKED Up Sports.
Now Bond into his windup. Here's the 1-1 to Mesa. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 90. Revs leading at 3-2 in the 8th. Mesa 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single in the 6th that tied the game. And then it was Tejeda's double that gave them the lead after a Nash single set it up. 2 outs, base is empty. Abad winds, delivers. Breaking ball, half swing. Mesa went, and Abad had him fooled. He was pretty tough in that 8th inning. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to the 9th tonight. Revs looking to make it 3 in a row. They lead it 3-2.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the new WOIK app.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOIK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Dustin Richardson looking to close it out. The Revs with a 3-2 lead. As we go to the 9th, pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. A win, and they'd be within a half game of Long Island. And if Somerset can hang on, the Ducks' lead would be down to 1 in the second half, inching closer toward there being a possible second wild card. David Washington will lead off, left on left. And Richardson ready to go. His first pitch, fastball just outside. And he is upset from pitch 1 with Buzz Albert looking in saying, where was that? Now, Tejeda wasn't set up on the corner away, but the pitch looked like it had it. And the catcher doesn't have to be right where the pitch crosses, even though so often that'll cause a ball to be called. He deals now, and that's a little further off, 2-0.
Well, it's really important right now for Richardson to just, relax out there, not worry about that first pitch, and just go from there. Can't let that get in his head, otherwise it's going to affect the entire inning.
Nash is way back near the line at first. Pitch is swung on, foul to the screen, 2-1. Washington 1 for 2 tonight, double, walk, couple steals. Richardson in his 6th outing. Last night he got back on track after a couple rough ones. He retired all 6 last night, 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. He fires and missed a little high, 3-1. Cabrera on deck. Miles Williams due third. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball called strike. So he goes to the slider behind 3-1. Got it over. Now a full count. And he's ready. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball in at 90, and he fans Washington for out number 1. And what a job to come back. A 3-1 slider. And after throwing that, Washington had to have some bit of doubt as to what Richardson might go to on 3-2.
A great call to go 3-1 slider there because, look, if it's a pitch you can trust to get over, throw it. And because the hitter's expecting fastball, then come back with the fastball, blow him away up and in. That's a great job of pitch sequencing right there from Dustin Richardson. If it works for him, go with it. Battle back from down in the count.
Here's Cabrera. He swings, fouls the first one back over the roof. Switch hitter batting right. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Couple fly outs and a ground out. Richardson has 16 saves in his pro career, 4 in the Atlantic League last year with Sugarland. Looking for his first this season. He's ready. The 0-1, and it misses high and away. Cabrera has been a bit better from this side of the plate. Here's the 1-1. Backdoor slider stayed out. He came in tonight, Cabrera did, hitting .306 against lefties, .259 against right. Base is empty, 1 out. Richardson has the signal. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and away. Cabrera jumped out after it. Richardson 6'6". 34-year-old lefty. Made it to the majors with the Red Sox early in his career, 2009 and 10. Now ready. Deep breath. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts, both on the heat. And the Revs are an out away from a 3rd straight victory.
Wow, it was a great pitch right there. Just going up and challenging Cabrera right there. Trusting his best pitch, that fastball with some tail on it and velocity. And right now, it's basically Richardson throwing his best stuff out there, and the Ducks are going to have to try to hit it.
Miles Williams at bat. First pitch is down and in, just missed. It bounced off Tejeda's glove. Williams, the last man standing, 2 for 3. It's a 1-run game. He does have 3 home runs in his roughly 3 weeks with the Ducks. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a pop foul, out of play, first base side. He did hit for huge power numbers in the Pacific Association earlier this year. 20 homers in 60 games. That certainly, though, is not the competition that there is in this league. Now Richardson ready. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive the other way, right field, a base hit. Harris has it on a hop, throws to first, and Williams has to bust it to get through the bag safely. It's a single, and the game does stay alive, and Harris let it fly. Normally you only see that like in maybe a National League game with a pitcher trying to get to first base when they're playing shallow. He gave it a shot, though. It does keep the game alive for Cody Puckett.
That would have been a nice way to end the game right there. But Williams, good speed there, digging that out. But a couple other guys in this lineup, Harris would have gunned him down by maybe a full step.
Wow.
And it has to be a perfect throw. That was there to even be close.
And it was on him quickly to have a chance to do that. Here's Puckett. First pitch, he swings, fouls it away, right field side. Puckett, a former teammate of Richardson's with Long Island. 2016. Last year, Richardson was with the Ducks late in the year. Puckett got injured early in the year. Tonight, he's 0 for 3. He does have 5 homers on the season. Revs are an out away. Here's the stretch, the 0-1. Swinging a foul against the screen, and now a strike away from a huge Huge victory tonight, 3-2 the lead here in the top of the ninth.
I'm thinking fastball up in the zone right here or low and away. Puckett's got to prove that he can catch up to it. Richardson way ahead, could go anywhere.
Fans come to their feet. Richardson a strike away. In one of the biggest games standings-wise of the year. He's ready. And the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball foul down past third. A slider there. But perhaps now that sets up going high with the Heat.
It definitely could. I could also see him coming back to the slider. I think Richardson definitely can get in the head of Puckett here. Really just kind of waiting it out on the mound, and Puckett knows that it's going to be a good pitch either way.
Now he's set. Another 0-2. Fastball down and in, got by Tejeda, and the tying run moves up. Actually, I think that was another slider. Looking at the radar gun, Williams moves up to second, a wild pitch, and the tying run is in scoring position. As Puckett pounds his cleats, and he will bat with a 1-2 count.
The drama only builds.
It is September now.
You can feel some September baseball in the air, though, tonight. The vibe around the park.
No doubt. It's what you live for. 1-2. Richardson an exhale as he looks in for the sign. And he's ready again. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Blew him away on a high fastball. Dustin Richardson strikes out the side for his first Revs save in the top of the ninth inning, and the Revs win their third in a row. 3-2 the final score. And here on September the 1st, they are within half a game of Long Island in the overall standings. Somerset is winning their game in the 8th at New Britain, and the Revs are right back in the thick of it with 2 weeks to go. A come-from-behind 3-2 thriller here tonight in York.
Wow, was there ever a doubt that this team was going to put something together at the end of the season? Their biggest run of the year, saving it for late in the year. It's awesome to see this team clicking the way they are right now, and the bullpen coming up huge tonight with some really solid baseball out of the pen. Troy Tersey gave them 5 2/3 strong innings. Getting into the 6th was huge. And the offense, I mean, look, you're not going to score 12 runs every night, and you're not going to get 18 hits every night, but timely hitting is what matters. Extra base hits when it matters. And everything came together for the Revs tonight.
Oh, what a win. What a Saturday night here at PeoplesBank Park. They have won 3 in a row, 7 of their last 8. 9 of the last 12, 11 of the last 15. They are 17-9 since August 4th. And they're right in it. Still needing some help, but right in it with 2 weeks to go. And it's now a season best 6 games. Over 500. 3-2 is the final score tonight. And they now are in position to go for a sweep with Logan Williamson on the mound tomorrow afternoon. How huge would that be?
Oh, it would be huge. I mean, this is exactly what the Revs needed to win the first game of the series, gain some momentum coming into the second game, get a solid pitching performance from Tersey and company tonight, and have the offense, just show up again. I mean, anytime the guys are stepping in the box with runners on base, at least in the big situations, they're going to get the runners in. And now an opportunity to go for a sweep tomorrow. They got the Ducks, I think, feeling it a little bit right now, and that's huge.
Well, another great night for the Revs here at PeoplesBank Park. It's also their season best 5th in a row at home. 3-2 is the final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Hey, it's the good-looking